Hello, and thank you for your interest in Dr. Frank Aiello's Miracle for Missing Teeth. And that is, of course, the Mini Dental Implant. It's the most exciting high-tech advancement in dentistry. There are so many advantages to the Mini Dental Implant for replacing teeth and stabilizing loose dentures that you'll want to hear every minute of this short presentation. So let's begin by briefly talking about the problem of missing teeth. Nothing is worse than the social anxiety over the cosmetic concern about missing teeth. It can absolutely be overwhelming. People with missing teeth become self-conscious and struggle to hide their smile. If you're not smiling because you are missing teeth, others may perceive you as unfriendly because you never smile. People could have a misconception about you that you are an unhappy or possibly even a mean person. Cosmetics aside, even if you're missing only one tooth, it's very unhealthy. It can cause the other teeth to move and shift. When all of the teeth are present in the mouth, they balance and stabilize each other. When one is missing, stability and balance are gone. The tooth above the space grows down into the area of the missing tooth, and the tooth next to the space starts tipping into that space. Your bite starts to collapse, and that change can cause more harmful grinding and clenching. Chewing functionality declines, putting abnormal stresses on your other teeth, and the harmony of a stable bite is gone. And that can lead to painful jaw joints. The bone in your jaw at the site of the missing tooth that was originally intended to hold and balance your perfect teeth starts to recede and disappear. That's right. What you don't use, you lose over time, and the bone in that area where the tooth is missing begins to go away permanently. Well, here's the good news you've been waiting for. All of these problems have been solved thanks to the miracle of the Mini Dental Implant. And this revolutionary and life-changing technology is here now. And here's the amazing fact. Mini Dental Implants have been FDA approved since 1999 to replace missing teeth and to stabilize dentures. Once again, they are FDA approved, and even though they are available now, the public knows very little about them because dentistry as a profession is very slow to change and embrace new technologies and systems, even though they will greatly benefit the public. This should be a major concern because the advantages of the Mini Dental Implant are undeniable, and it's terribly unfair that these options are not being offered to the vast majority of patients. Well, fortunately, you are learning about these proven Mini Dental Implants now. So here are the many, many advantages of the Mini Dental Implant. In fact, there are so many that a growing number of dental professionals believe that Mini Dental Implants will someday make all other dental implants completely obsolete. But you can decide that for yourself once you learn the facts. First of all, Mini Dental Implants are less expensive because they are a simple and less complicated system using smaller-sized implants that require less materials to make. However, they are incredibly strong and equally as successful as any dental implant on the market. Unfortunately, the average person has found that dental implants are a tooth replacement luxury that is challenging to afford. However, Mini Dental Implants are shattering that perception. In fact, you will save $2,000 for a single tooth replaced by a Mini Dental Implant. When you have such a high-quality service like Mini Dental Implants available at such significant savings over the traditional implants and restoratives used by most oral surgeons and their referring dentists, you now make tooth replacement more affordable for everyone. And that's why everyone needs to know about Mini Dental Implants. Please help us spread the word. There are really only two components in this Mini Dental Implant system, and they are the crown and the Mini Dental Implant. The Mini Dental Implant fee is $1,300 for each tooth restored. The second part of this system is the fabricated crown that goes over the Mini Dental Implant. There is a separate charge of $1,300 for the porcelain crown. Now here is why the traditional and much larger root form implants used by oral surgeons are so expensive. They are more complicated and they have too many parts. And sometimes the more parts you have, the more problems you may have as well. But for now, we'll just look at the costs. First, you have the large implant part that goes into the bone. That's number 4 on our diagram here. Placing just that large implant segment alone can cost you $2,000 at the oral surgeon. You'll save $700 on that part alone with Dr. Aiello's Mini Dental Implants. Part number 3 on this diagram is the prefabricated abutment that is sometimes called the post. It costs around $950. The post abutment is attached to the implant and then tightened into place. That screw is listed on our picture here as part number 2. The bad news about those screws is that they sometimes come loose, and permanently cemented crowns on these implants can become wobbly, and that can present a big problem with these traditional and more complicated larger implant systems. But fortunately, not for the mini dental implants. Because the mini dental implants and crowns are a 2-part system. They don't have or even need that abutment post part. And since you don't need that part, you don't need the screw to hold it in either. So goodbye to that piece and the complications that go with it as well. The mini dental implant system has only 2 parts, so it's simpler, and simple is better. So the cost advantage of the mini dental implant is so significant because you're getting rid of the parts you don't need that only complicate the traditional larger root form oral surgeon placed implants, and you have a smaller, much less expensive implant that gives you equally successful results. Now let's just add this up so that it's easy to understand. Dr. Aiello's crown fee is $350 less than the average fee for a crown over an implant. Also, since there's no need for a post and a screw, you'll save up to $950 right there. And finally, the mini dental implant itself for most teeth is $700 less than the root form implants placed by oral surgeons. When you put it all together, you can save up to $2,000 on single tooth replacement with Dr. Aiello's mini dental implants and crowns. That is a very significant savings and one of the many reasons that these modern miracles are so popular. But we're just getting started. Like I said, there are so many more advantages, so let's continue. So not only will you save up to $2,000 on your tooth replacement with a single mini dental implant, Dr. Aiello performs everything for the mini dental implants and crowns all right there in their office. So you won't have to go to 2 different places like the oral surgeon to get your implant and then back to the dentist for your crown. They make it easier than that because they do it all right in their office. And that saves you lots of money. And the convenience saves you time and even more money. Another advantage is that the mini dental implant is smaller. It's very strong though because it's made out of a titanium alloy, which is actually stronger than titanium. And because they are so small, they require less surgery to place them. Everyone would agree that generally speaking, less surgery is always preferable, and these much smaller mini dental implants allow for less surgery. There is so little surgery involved with placing these mini dental implants that it's actually closer to no surgery when you compare it to the amount of bone-cutting surgery required for the larger traditional implants used by most oral surgeons. Here is the size difference between the much larger traditional dental implant placed mostly by oral surgeons and the much smaller, high-tech mini dental implant that Dr. Aiello has been placing successfully for over 15 years. Look at that giant hole that the oral surgeons need to cut out of your jawbone to place their larger traditional implants. That is some significant surgery. Now look where the mini dental implant would go into the bone, and compare that tiny pilot opening to the much larger hole just to the left of it. The opening is so tiny that the implant actually compacts the bone as it's threaded in, making the existing bone denser and stronger. Less surgery with the mini dental implant is definitely an advantage. So naturally, there is far less healing time required for the mini dental implant because there is so little surgery. You saw how much smaller that hole is, so of course there's far less healing time required. In fact, when mini dental implants are placed for missing teeth, the final restorative crown is usually placed on permanently just a few weeks later, and then the entire procedure is done. Compare that to the implant placed by oral surgeons, which requires months and months of healing and further dental work before the crown can be placed. There's just no comparison. And when we place mini dental implants to stabilize a denture, you can immediately use your denture following their placement. That's right. In just one visit to place mini dental implants, you can have a night and day difference in the stability of your denture. They are truly miraculous. And because there is so little surgery and a very speedy healing time with these mini dental implants, it just makes sense that there is much less discomfort as well when compared to the traditional larger, more surgical implants placed by the oral surgeons. Mini dental implants are easy to place and more comfortable, and that's good news for everyone. Here's another advantage, and I already gave this one away, but it's worth stating again and adding it to our list here. When healing time is greatly reduced, as it is with mini dental implants, you can then replace the missing teeth and complete the dental procedures in far less time than you can with the larger traditional implants placed by oral surgeons that require more surgery and more healing and more time. This just makes common sense. In fact, with mini dental implants, you'll have your tooth replaced many months sooner. And if it's denture stabilization that is required with a snapped-in solid fit, you'll have that immediately in one appointment following the placement of mini dental implants. As you could see in a previous picture with mini dental implants, there is such a small opening and so little surgery that it's comparatively almost like no surgery at all. And that means you have less bone loss. More of the healthy bone is left alone and untouched, compared to the amount of surgical cutting of the bone that is required for the traditional larger implants placed by most oral surgeons. With mini dental implants, more of the healthy bone is left alone, and patients really appreciate this. Finally, and this is a big advantage, much less bone is required in order to place the mini dental implant. So, if you are lacking bone, you'll want to explore the miraculous mini dental implant advantage. Now, since the oral surgeons mostly place a much larger implant, they need a larger amount of bone to make those work. If the oral surgeon feels that there isn't enough bone present, they may say that they can't do an implant at all, or they can't do an implant until they add more bone to the site with a bone graft. Well, this adds extra time and an additional expense of $2,000 or more. However, it may not even be necessary. One of the world's leading implant experts, Dr. Dennis Tarnow, found it odd that many oral surgeons add bone to their patient's jawbone in order to enable the fit of the larger implants, when instead they could possibly be using a smaller implant that fits the available bone. When oral surgeons tell you that there isn't enough bone for an implant, or you may need a bone graft or a sinus lift, you may want to get a second opinion regarding a mini dental implant option. Because if there isn't a lot of bone available, it makes perfect sense to use a smaller implant in the available bone, and mini dental implants fit that logic perfectly. So, we just gave you 7 amazing advantages of the mini dental implant that make them the obvious preferred selection for tooth replacement as well as denture stabilization. However, we've saved the best advantage for last. Your successful results are guaranteed for you while in Dr. Aiello's continuing care. That's right. They guarantee success for 5 years, and they will take care of your concerns at their expense while you are in their care as a continuing patient following the recommended intervals. Now that Dr. Aiello has been placing these mini dental implants for over 15 years, as well as teaching these techniques to other dentists, he has complete long-term confidence in this miracle of modern dental science. See if anyone else will give you a guarantee like that. Now let's look at some real-life examples of mini dental implant miracles. Many people who are missing a tooth wear a plastic retainer that has a replacement tooth attached to it. These are sometimes called treatment partials or flippers, and are usually a temporary answer. However, many people suffer with these tooth replacements for years. Here is the story of an orthopedic surgeon father who sought out mini dental implants for his son. Yes, his teenager had never developed his upper lateral incisors, and this kind of problem occurs a lot. So here he is, and he's missing his 2 teeth on either side of his front teeth right here. After he finished his orthodontic braces, this poor young man was forced to wear one of those retainer flippers with the plastic teeth replacing his missing ones. He wore this throughout his teenage years, so now just imagine how annoying that must have been. This young man's orthopedic surgeon father was determined to seek out a better, more minimally invasive way for his son with mini dental implants because the oral surgeons in his town had recommended bone grafting. Well, that orthopedic surgeon father wasn't buying that, and he made a 5-hour drive with his son to have a consultation to look at the mini dental implant option that would not require any bone grafting and is great in situations where there isn't enough bone for the much larger traditional oral surgeon-placed implants. Much to the father's relief, his son was a great candidate for the mini dental implant option, and they were both relieved to avoid the surgical bone grafting. The much smaller mini implants worked perfectly in that area of less bone, and there was no need for the bone grafting that the oral surgeons had recommended. These implants were placed in a matter of minutes. And then they were ready for the final crowns. Crowns like this can usually be cemented on permanently in a matter of weeks following implant placement. Here they are cemented and looking perfect. 10 years later, they are functioning perfectly, looking fantastic, and holding their own as well as any of his natural teeth. In fact, you can't even tell which ones are the implant teeth, but there they are on each side of those upper two front teeth. And this is the face of a very happy young man who was very fortunate that his orthopedic surgeon father did the research to discover this more conservative approach to tooth replacement with the mini dental implant option. This young man's father felt like a hero, and frankly, so did everyone involved. Stories like this are a regular occurrence because mini dental implants can be used for any missing tooth in the mouth, or even large numbers of teeth, which will then allow you to place permanently cemented bridges that can replace a few teeth or even entire arches of teeth. Here's one more great example of how amazing these mini dental implants can be. This patient wears dentures to replace all of the teeth. The upper denture is in place and the lower has been removed so you can see how very little gum and bone structure there is there to secure a denture on that lower arch. Lower dentures are always much harder to get a stable fit. Anyone wearing a lower denture knows how annoying they are. They don't fit with suction like the upper ones do. Many people suffer with loose and floppy dentures, but they don't have to. Mini dental implants can be placed in these areas where there is very little bone under the gum to hold a denture. These implants can be placed in a single appointment, and the round balls on top of these implants can snap into housings that are permanently attached to the undersurface of the denture. So on top of this picture, you see a lower denture flipped over so you can see the undersurface and how we embed these little snap-on housing caps into the denture. The round ball heads on the implants that have been placed into the lower arch will snap into each of these housing caps and secure the denture with a solid, stable fit. Loose and floppy dentures are a thing of the past once you snap your denture onto these bone-stabilized mini dental implants. These amazing mini dental implants can be used in this way to secure upper existing dentures as well. This whole appointment takes approximately 2 hours, and you can walk in with loose floppy dentures and walk out with the secure fit you've only dreamed about having, and once again, it can all be done in one single appointment. Here is a look at a few additional patients where Dr. Aiello has performed the miracle of the mini dental implant. After seeing these patients, you'll be even more convinced that this procedure is right for you. Here is the story of one patient in her mid-40s who is facing the prospect of a partial denture after getting a bridge removed. The worst part about having a partial denture is that it can affect a patient's smile, their speech, and their confidence. One mini dental implant and crown restoration eliminated the need for a partial denture, and now this patient's confidence has also been restored. Here is another patient who replaced his entire right side quadrant of teeth with the mini dental implants. After the implants and crowns were placed, this patient was back up and running with very little discomfort or downtime. This patient is so happy he now recommends this procedure to all of his family and friends. Here's a patient that saw Dr. Aiello to find a way to stabilize his dentures. This patient sat down in Dr. Aiello's dental chair, and in 1 short hour, he had his implants placed and denture stabilized. He now has a confident smile as well as confidence when eating. In fact, this patient said that he can now eat a steak without worrying about the embarrassment of his denture falling out. This patient had cracked and chipped teeth along with pieces of a filling falling out. Talk about a patient's worst nightmare. She was convinced that mini dental implants were the solution for her failing teeth. Her restored implants and crowns looked so good, even her daughter could not tell that her teeth had been worked on. Here is the case of a patient needing 3 teeth replaced on one side of the mouth. Missing one tooth is challenging enough for most people, but missing 3 teeth on one side can make basic tasks such as chewing extremely difficult. With Dr. Aiello's mini dental implants, this patient is now able to fully use their right side to chew more efficiently with a more comfortable bite. Here is another classic case of a patient missing one front tooth. When patients are missing a tooth like this, you can imagine how their overall confidence can be affected. A single mini dental implant and crown was able to restore this smile and also restore this patient's confidence. This patient lost two bicuspids near the front of the mouth. Missing teeth is a cosmetic concern as well as a functional concern because the remaining teeth can drift into the space. However, with mini dental implants and crowns, this patient can now smile with confidence and enjoy a stable, functioning bite. Well, now I've shared with you some of the many advantages of the miraculous mini dental implants. Two very important ones are that they are less expensive and will save you $2,000 for a single tooth. And your successful result is guaranteed. So now let me tell you a little bit about Dr. Frank Aiello and encourage you to come in for a complimentary consultation to learn if mini dental implants are right for you. 15 years ago, when Dr. Aiello decided he wanted to be trained in the most modern and advanced implant techniques, he sought out the best teacher in Dr. Todd Shatkin, who is clearly the #1 most experienced innovator, lecturer, and trainer on mini dental implants in the entire world. Here, Dr. Aiello is seen with Dr. Gordon Christensen, who is considered the leading authority in continuing dental education, not only in the United States, but once again, in the entire world. Dr. Aiello and his staff invest heavily in continuing education to ensure your dental experience is smooth, comfortable, and state-of-the-art. Dr. Aiello also teaches other dentists about the advances in mini dental implants at the Shatkin First Training Facility in Buffalo, New York. This level of expertise ensures that Dr. Aiello and his staff will provide a great experience for you. Dr. Aiello is quite the progressive innovator, as he is the only dentist in the greater Pittsburgh region to offer mini dental implants. When it comes to the high-tech required to bring the best science and advancements to his patients, Dr. Aiello has it all. To assure you your best results, Dr. Aiello utilizes a 3D dental x-ray system which communicates the best view of the bone's anatomy, and this has made implant placement even more predictable with increased accuracy. Dr. Aiello and his team are guided by the belief that optimal dental health is part of your overall health success, and they all work tirelessly to ensure that your oral health contributes to your overall wellness. Replacing missing teeth not only improves your confidence, but it can also be a solution to improve your overall health. So thank you for taking the time to learn about this most amazing innovation in modern dentistry. Now, the next step for you is to call Dr. Aiello's office at 724-836-9100 for a complimentary consultation so they can determine how the miraculous mini dental implant will work for you. You can also check out his website at irwinminidentalimplants.com. They are located in North Huntingdon, Pennsylvania on 11521 Parkway Drive, which is 3 miles west of Interstate 76 off of the US 30 exit, where they look forward to providing you with all of the revolutionary benefits of this mini dental implant innovation. Once again, this unique modern dental approach offers new opportunities for individuals who have lost one or more teeth. Even for those who have lost all of their teeth, mini dental implants offer a second chance at having teeth that look, feel, and function more like the teeth they were born with. And all of the team at Keystone Mini Dental Implant Center look forward to meeting you and helping you achieve your best health and happiness with a great-looking smile. And all of that can be yours with mini dental implants.